Okay, it's the Doc Coffee Challenge on. So this is what we're doing on the CPAT. Thought I'd share with you my deal. So I've got my French press, which is nesting all of the stuff that I need. Let me pull it apart. Uh-oh, too much suction. There we go. So I'm gonna set up my stove. I got an MSR, what do they call this one? It's the MSR Mini. Look at the size of this thing. It's teeny tiny. So I got everything that nests inside of this coffee press because, you know, for somebody who coffee is their life, you got to be able to make coffee. So everything comes out, your fuel canister. I'm going to put this all aside. I'm going to set the whole thing up. So it just screws on to, well, let me see. I'm figuring this out as we go along. So yeah, this is the Msr Stove. It's teeny tiny, which is what I really like about it, because when you're on a motorcycle, space is at a minimum. But it's really cool. All this stuff pops up just like this, and then I've got a stove. So this is kind of like those other stoves, like the Jetboil, except that this is going to be easier to use a pot on if I wanted to use as a pot. Now, of course, we're going to be doing mostly coffee making because that's the only thing that's important. Coffee in the morning, scotch at night. It's kind of the deal. But food's overrated if you have coffee. So this all pops together, and then you have yourself your own little kitchen, mini kitchen, which, yeah, mini kitchen. Sets up just like this, okay? And let's see, I'm gonna start boiling my water and then I'll talk about the first coffee I'm trying. So let's see, we gotta light this sucker, real simple. Just go like this, turn that puppy on. Oh, that's power. All right, so then I'm just gonna take my pot, and I've got some fine Vermont Pure. I'm gonna pour into my pot, and we're gonna crank this bad boy up. Now all this thing has to do is really heat up. But what I'm gonna do, once it heats up, now Sacred Grounds, our local coffee roaster, gave me a Honduras honey processed coffee. It's not really processed with honey, but what they do is he told me he leaves the cherry stone, the cherry on the stone while they dry it. That's how they do it in Honduras, and it gives it a honey kind of flavor. So this is gonna be our first gourmet coffee. I don't know what day this is gonna be, but it's gonna be. So why am I doing this? Well, my friend, the Chief, also known as Buzz Lightyear, was on a trip recently on the BDR fundraiser and was sending all these pictures about the pop-up coffee bar along the way and how impressed he was. And I will not be outdone. I will become the doctor of coffee. So I'm going to be cranking out some uber awesome coffee so that I can't be outdone. So we're just going to wait till this thing heats up. So again, it's the Whisper Light stove with the fuel cartridge. I got my new Distinguished Gentleman's Ride coffee mug, which I won't be bringing with me because I don't want to break it. And it's the Stanley French press. And I'm going to be putting, let's see how close this is getting. So there's already like bubbles coming up. So I'm going to put this top on because things always cook quicker when you have a top on them. And I'm looking forward to our trip. We're going to be going on something called the CPAT, the Cross Pennsylvania Adventure Trail. And it's basically a dirt legal roads that go from the New York border all the way out to Lake Erie, through the state lands, through the forests, and then we're going to be circling back around and taking different roads all the way back. We'll be doing it with my good riding buddies. We do our once-a-year trip, and it's going to be awesome. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing it on my new BMW GS 850. It's a 2021. It's I think the 40th anniversary edition. Some people call it the Bumblebee. I like to call it Beatrix after Kill Bill. And it is a killer bike. I haven't really tested it out all that much. I traded up from a 2014 GS 800 that I did the MABDR on. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. And so just like a jet boil, this thing cranks, and I don't even have it up. That's up all the way, and you can hear it. It's hissing pretty good. And that is going to boil this water so wicked fast, I don't even know what to tell you. So that's about what we're doing. So if you can give me a second, I will come back to you when this is boiling, and we'll see how this coffee turns out. I have about 4 or 5 weeks before our trip, so I'm going to be trying out a couple different coffees. We're going to be going all the way from South America, all the way up through Central America with the coffees, and also doing some African coffees as well. John over at Sacred Grounds, he's my man. He's the owner and is like the guru on coffee. For those of you who watch my Instagram and my other channel, is remember that I also practice functional medicine, natural medicine, and the best thing to know about coffee is that it is high in antioxidants, high in polyphenols, has a lot of great enzymes in it. It's really healthy for you until you put the cream and sugar into it. When you put milk into coffee, it actually binds with all those polyphenols and now makes them unusable to the human body. So remember that if you can find a good high quality coffee, usually it's not bitter and it's not acidic, and you can drink it perfectly straight. But you know, most of the guys that I ride with, we drink black coffee, but I'll bring a little bit of creamer for the other ones. But stay tuned, and I'll be right back with boiling the coffee, and we'll see how it turns out. Holy Shanghai and China. Holy rolling boil, Batman. These are my outtakes. Okay, for those who, okay, hold on, now we're ready. That was about 3 minutes to a rolling boil. So I'm gonna turn that off. Let's take it off the stove. Oh, that's still hot. All right, so we're gonna need some hot pots, or we'll use our biking gloves, because that gets wicked hot. All right, so I got my boiling water. He said you gotta put about, so again, John at Sacred Grounds. This is the Honduras coffee. While it's steeping, I will tell you. 1, 2, 3. Man, it smells good. 4, 5. Holy, that smells so wicked good. Okay, I'm gonna mix it all in. I'm gonna mix it down in hot. While this is steeping, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the what kind of coffee this is for you coffee snobs. So there we go. All right, so I'm gonna leave this for a few minutes. I'm gonna have to check out how long you leave coffee, but I mean, look at that. That's amazing. Now let's put the top on it here. All right, so what kind of coffee is this? This is called the Honduras Marcawa honey processed, strictly high grown, shade grown medium roast, and ground into French press grind. Cupping notes, smooth balance with notes of bright citrus, apricot, and caramel. So that is what it is. I don't know how long you're supposed to actually steep coffee in a French press, so I'm just gonna kind of wing it this time and look into it after we're done with the video. But Chief, I just want you to know, I got your back. Just bring a good coffee cup. All right, so let's see. What do we got here? Ooh, yum, yum, yums. At GAT, always wear the right gear. So this is really hot, this handle, so I'm gonna have to remember that. And now you can see, look at that dark, rich color. Holy, this is gonna be yummy. All right. All right, I'm gonna press it. There's enough here for about 3 of us, so I'll make 2 of these while we're on our trip. Okay, in goes the French press. Oh, heck yeah. Press it down. There we go. Oh, I will be impressed if this works. All right, top goes on. Make sure we don't burn ourselves. Oh, Yeah, so it's a little hard at the end. I think I filled it too much. It might overflow, but this is our learning video. There we go. Now, this is already cooled off down here. I think I'm good to go. Everything tastes better in a dapper gentleman's mug. So here we go. And by the way, this is already cooled off. Yeah, totally cool already. Not even hot. So I can just, I'll just pop this off. I'm gonna let it steep a little more. Pop this off. Supposed to be able to go 10 hours on or 5 hours on this. Again, something I'm gonna have to look into. But here we go. Just roll it around like this. Shut her down. Don't have to wait, so while the boys want the kickstands up, we can make coffee and still be on the road. No fuss, no muss. Flip this up, put it in its custom container. MSR did a good job in these. Teeny tiny. I'm gonna pop this off. Okay, this folds up. That's it. This goes over here. Now let's have some coffee. Here we go. Oh, it's like a light chocolate brown color. Now let's see how it came out. Oh, now that's the bomb. It's really nice. Elixir of the gods. Okay, so this is my take on the first round of coffee. John told me that that I should probably be going with medium dark or dark roast for a French press because it brings out the coffee flavors more. And I think he's right. So this one was the honey process was a medium roast, and I think it's a little devoid of flavor when you do it in a French press. So I don't think that the French press is right for this. I think it'll be a good coffee, but made in like a regular coffee maker. So I'm still enjoying it. I put a little bit of oat milk in it, which doesn't bind with the polyphenols. But I think I'm gonna go back to the drawing board on this one. I don't think I've got quite the right coffee yet. So stay tuned, because the next one I'm gonna be doing is one of their specific blends called the Chocolate Bomb. And what they do is they do a blend of coffees. I think they even put some cocoa beans in it. And so I'm gonna try that and see whether that actually will brew well in this. But I think this might be a little bit more of an experiment than I thought it was. So stay tuned, because I'll keep doing this until I get it down right, because there is no way that the BDR is gonna beat me in a coffee making challenge. So game on. Thanks for watching. Still good though.